Hey VC, Big Star 1000, Revolutions number whatever, and this is the last installment I will do in a long while, maybe 3 months, maybe more, I don't know, as I'll be going overseas at the end of next week, so I won't be making a video next week, and I was really wondering whether to make a video this week because I've got so much stuff to do, but I'll squeeze half an hour of my time in here and show you what I've been playing. Yeah, you may not see me for a while, I'm guessing, because well, I won't be doing this, and I spend way too much time on the internet anyway, so I'm really pondering my screen time at the moment and wondering whether, to cut down on everything internet related. It's another debate in itself, but at the moment I will show you 20 records that I've been playing, and I hope you enjoy. Here we start. The wonderful record that's playing in the background, if you can hear, you may not be able to hear, it's his Percussion Bittersweet by Max Roach on Impulse. Fantastic sort of, what do you call it? I don't know, it's a jazz record, look it up, I don't know. This is from 1970 something. Max Roach, drummer, obviously. It's a must. In the Impulse catalog, this is a must. This week I've been playing this album about 2 or 3 times, don't know why, it just felt like it. Music for 18 musicians. Steve Reich, which came out in 1978 on ECM, a sort of cyclical kind of minimal composition for 18 musicians, featuring voice, cello, pianos, marimbas. A must in any collection. I'll probably find this on vinyl eventually, but it's the same music really, I mean, it's not really different. And this morning, we're Saturday morning, you will notice that I didn't post a video. Well, those of you who watch the video when it comes out, this is a bit later than usual, but this is Saturday morning, as I said. So this morning I woke up to Fabiano Orchestra and Butterfly Island on reissue on Superfly Records, which I shall be visiting in a few weeks' time. Superfly, the shop. This is a record from the island of Guadeloupe, which is a French island in the Caribbean, and it's got a cast of thousands. You've got, it's a jazz funk, sort of a jazz funk with sort of slight reggae touches, spiritual jazz touches. It has, Hannibal Marvin Peterson, Clifford Jordan on this, Bill Frisell. Man, it's just the lineup is unbelievable on this thing. It's a must. It's a great record. And one of my, just before Max Roach, I was playing this, which needs no introduction. In my top 10 favorite records of all time, the one and only Love Supreme. A record that it could take you a lifetime to really appreciate what it does. It's just superb. So at the moment I am really into sort of late 70s to early 80s, so mostly UK punk, post-punk ish, it's a very sort of broad window to speak of. And I get to listen to a lot of sorry, a lot of records that are sort of in that window of time, such as things like this. This is a wonderful record. Seriously, this is a record you can get for $3, anywhere in Australia you can. This is the debut UB40 signing off. I would highly recommend Present Arms, which is the follow-up. This is just a phenomenal record in every possible way. If you dismiss UB40 thinking that they're all about red wine, you're very wrong, because this is just nothing like it. It's deep. It really is just vital music from 1980, I think. Likewise, on the same wavelength, I was playing the debut specials the other day. I love the specials, especially the first couple of records, and the masterful Ghost Town single, which doesn't appear on albums, it's just on a single. This is just a supreme sort of pop punk ska record on two-tone, obviously. Amazing records with Message to You and Concrete Jungle and Too Much Too Soon, no, Too Much Too Young, sorry. Also listening to, I will claim it forever. I love early U2. Again, people might dismiss U2 as being a bunch of big-headed stadium rock monsters, but I've said this before on the VC, but this was the first band that I really got serious about, musically speaking, I thought. And that's why they're still dear to my heart. I don't listen to U2 every day, but in saying this, as I grow older and as I get wiser about music, I'm also able to recognize the touches of genius that were brought by Brian Eno when because at the time when I was 14, 15 years old, I was listening to this, and I didn't really realize. I loved the music. It connected with me emotionally and on many different levels. Some of the songs there, like Wire and the title track, Foggy Fire, Bad, sort of homecoming, those kind of songs. I'm not talking about Pride in the Name of Love, because that's just a massive single, but the other songs on it, they connecting with them, But now, as I got older, I just realized how good this is. It's really amazingly vital. 1986. This, the other day when I was playing it, I thought to myself, far out, what a record. A kind of bridging record for Talk between the sort of pop and post-rock type of, just fuses both styles, and they're like, listen to I Don't Believe in You. My word, what a song. What a song. So layered and beautiful and melodic and poppy, but clever, poppy and jazzy and clever. This could be the best Talk album, really. In the end, people sort of wax lyrical about Laughing Stock, but I think this is better, for my money. On the American side of sort of that same era of music, I played more songs about buildings and food by Talking Heads, their third album, or second or third album. Could be the second album. The red one is the first one. I think it's the second album. Fantastic record, with their one and only cover of Take Me to the River. They never recorded any other covers. It's the only one, but it's just great. And obviously, just the whole thing, It's amazing. It's an amazing record. Amazing record sleeve, amazing record. Just the whole concept works on every level. Two bands from Athens, Georgia. Pylon, which is like the American sort of answer to the Gang of Four. I guess you could call them, except fronted by a woman. What's her name? Vanessa Ellison. Yeah, really. It's sort of punk funk, punk funk, but really gritty and really just amazing record. Pylon, Gyrate is the name of the album, from 1981, I think, ish. Here is a compilation which I love. I just love this comp. Eponymous by R.E.M. The air brushed my face. When Michael Stipe had hair, he looked like this, very angelic looking. With the hits Radio Free Europe and Talk About the Passion. It's the End of the World as we know. It's a very, very well put together compilation, and I'm just a must. It's highly recommended. Even if you don't like compilations, it's a great sleeve as well. Runners. And sort of a mid-80s classic, Raising Hell. Oh man, I love this record. My nephew was 4 years old and a dancer. He just is amazing at pulling moves that you've never seen before. He's just inventing dancing altogether. We were listening to It's Tricky, and I had to dance with him as well. It's brilliant. It's Tricky. It's excellent. Okay, finishing off with 4 or 5 sort of other things there. I will always love Portishead. Always. I don't know. It's one of those bands that there's just what they were doing was so original that it's very hard to actually say why you love them so much, because it's just they have such an intelligent mix of sort of soul and movie soundtracks and hip hop breaks. It's soul music to me. I mean, I call it soul music. This is the second album, self-titled Portishead, with an equally stunning lineup of songs as from Dummy. I mean, people talk about Dummy, but this is just as good. From 1995, I think, or 6. Yes. When I don't know what to play, I play Can. That's my default setting. I look at my collection, look at my shelf, and I just go, oh shit, what am I playing today? Oh, I'll play Can. It's been my default setting for years, for over 10 years, so I think it will be my default setting forever. Ece Bamiasi, the great record. I have to say, over the years I've learned that my favourite Can album is Future Days, but just it's the one that I can sort of most consistently enjoy without thinking too much about it. People talk about Tagamago, but I think on Tagamago there's I think the fourth side, it just gets a bit too noodly for my liking. I mean, it's you go from this sort of highly driven kind of pulsating music like Hallelujah, Mushroom, and those songs, and then Peking O, and those kinds of songs. Just they're sort of, I don't know. I'm not sure. People will probably abuse me for saying this, but I think Future Days and Ece Bamiasi are better records for my money. Anyway, 2 French classics. This is sublime Brigitte Fontaine eh? With its just stunning sort of sleeve. This is an amazing sort of French chanson, if you like, chanson française record, but with a more avant-garde leaning that, say, you know, Jacques Brel or people like that. But nonetheless, it's anchored in the French singer-songwriter tradition. 1968, I think. This is a masterpiece. There's nothing else to say. Catherine Ribeiro and Alpes, the band P, which means peace, in case you're wondering. This is an original pressing from France. It is my favorite Ribeiro record, there's no question. It's just brilliant. We've just sampled the title track. It's about 20 minutes long or something, or 10 minutes long. It's a long song. Patrice Moulet, the guy there, he's homemade his own instruments. It's great. And this is not typical French singer-songwriter stuff. It would more fall in the realm of psychedelic folk, maybe, you know, experimental rock as well. It's a bit of everything. Couple more. This is a fantastic Sunday evening record. If you've got nothing to play on Sunday evening, just pull out the Joe Harriet's double quintet with John Mayer. Indo jazz suite. It says everything. Everything you need to know is, you know, you got the guy with the saxophone there and the guy with the sitar. And you can see the tablas there. So it is jazz and Indian music mixed together perfectly. Absolutely pitch perfect. An amazing record. I would call this a must-have in a jazz collection. I'll go as far as saying this. And finally, the amazing Cure for Pain by Morphine, reissued on Light in the Attic, Modern Classics. A band that I love dearly, Morphine. The first two records, good, and Cure for Pain are amongst my favorite records. It's just a perfect. It's like Porty said. They're so original in what they're doing. You know, you listen to this and you've got a guy on. So you got no guitar to start with. So for a kind of indie band of that time, of mid-90s, to not have a guitar there was just already, I think, was trailblazing, because you lived in the times of Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and you know, if you wanted to make it in music, you had to have a guitar. Guitar was king in those days. So you've got a two-string bass, and the bass player used to say, actually, the bass player / vocalist Mark Sandman, of course, tragically passed away. Mark Sandman. So Mark Sandman used to say, well, it's got all the notes. It's two strings, but it still has all the notes. He was right. It's all the notes. So he played a two-string slide bass, a saxophone player, and a drummer. I mean, a three-piece with a two-string bass, a sax, and a drummer. And there's the bass players are obviously the singer as well. So it is just incredibly original and incredibly effective. You don't know how they came up with that formula, but it's insane. What gels it though is Mark Sandman's voice, its vocals. It's incredible. So yes, that was my weekly installment. As I said, probably the last one in a while. Yes, so next week I'm heading off to Europe. I'm going to visit lots of different countries. I'm hoping to meet up with Christophe in Switzerland. Maybe Basel, Christophe, if you're watching this and we could meet in Basel because I've never record shopped in Basel. That'd be cool. I don't know, something different. Last time we went to another town where I come from in France, is where I'll be for a little while. Is on the border to Switzerland. It's very, very close. You could always walk to Switzerland. It's that close. Um, so it's easy for me to meet Christophe. I might see Andreas in London. We'll see if that works. If that's, but it may not. I'll be in London for only 3 days, and I don't know that I've got a great deal of time. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I can't go and meet every single VC member though. It's not. And it's people that we don't. I mean, we don't really know each other. We know each other in screen lines. You know, that's the kind of, but. It's not always. I mean, I've never had an encounter with a VC member that I haven't enjoyed so far. But you never know. Um, yeah, I'm going to lots of places. London, Paris, Venice, Rome, Bruges in Belgium. Um, so traveling all around, even going to the Indian Ocean to two little islands, one called Réunion, which is basically France. They're both Réunion and Mauritius, where I'm going. I'm being in Mauritius for a week. Is at the very bottom of Africa, next to Madagascar on the map. If you, I have a work colleague who is from Mauritius, and she's getting married there, and she's invited my wife and I. So we're going to the wedding. So that's why we're going there, which is cool because I would never go to Mauritius anyway. But since the chance and the opportunity is there, I thought, well, why not? You know, visit places. My wife we're travelers. We do go to lots of different places, and you know, we like to. It's one of the things that we do. We love traveling, so it's nice to go to other places we haven't been to. Anyway, I'm rambling about nothing. I hope that you're well, better than me. I've got a kind of a chest infection starting, which is not good before going to all this, but I'll be relaxed at least when I'm in France. I wish you all the best, VC, and until next time.